Perspectives from the front lines. Voices of transportation.
The National Stone, Sand, and Gravel Association celebrated a centennial in 2003. It was originally the National Quarry Owners Association. It has now grown to represent about 92% of all the crushed stone produced in America and over 75% of all the sand and gravel produced in America. And this occurs in about 10,000 different locations across the United States, pretty close to where there's civilization in small towns, cities, villages, and large cities. We call our association the natural building blocks for a natural society. It is the absolute foundational industry for everything in the built environment, whether it's a school or a hospital, your home, the roads we drive on, the sidewalks we walk on, whether it's mass transit or rail, everything has to have aggregate. It's amazing that people may not realize that the very roads that they drive on and the very sidewalks that they walk on, the infrastructure of America needs to be maintained. It's not like everything goes on forever and ever and ever without repair. And we also have to improve. Our population increases, and therefore we have to have better roads, better bridges. Think of this as if it were your own home. You would continue to maintain your own home. You wouldn't let there be a hole in the roof of your house and just think, well, maybe I'll get to it some year or someday. Of course you maintain your home. Of course you maintain your apartment. Of course you maintain your car. And we have to maintain our infrastructure as well. This report card shows that the roads of America are at a D-. That's not a grade that I want for my children. That's not a grade that our emergency services need to have. When we need to get people to hospitals, when our children need to go to school, when we have to go to work, when we have to go pick up our children, we need roads and bridges we can depend on. We need mass transit, we need rail, and we have to have roads. Keep the investment going. There is a great backlog of projects that need to be done so that our roads stay in condition, so that our bridges are secure and safe. You might remember the Minnesota bridge collapse a couple of years ago. It's a tragic, horrible accident that people were shocked by. But the fact is we have bridges all over America that need maintenance, that need repair, that in some cases need replacement. Well, Congress needs to be aware of that. They need to act on this, and you can make a difference on that too. You can make a difference by contacting your legislators and say, I want my roads to be safe. Well, nothing in life is free. No free lunches, no free roads, no free bridges, no free anything. We have to pay for it. But it should be a user fee-based system. So we use the roads by our groceries coming on trucks to the grocery stores, by the farmers getting their goods to market, by people who need to get to work, whether you're riding on a bus or whether you're riding in a car. So we use our roads and our infrastructure and our rail for the very freedom of mobility that distinguishes America from all other countries in the world. I think we need to index towards inflation in the first case. That means as the cost of living goes up just because of inflation, then the cost of our maintenance of our highways and our bridges goes up too because of inflation. And it's much cheaper to maintain and repair a road than it is to wait until it's crumbled and you have to replace it. So we want to keep things going. We want to keep America moving. We're losing $70 billion a year on congestion and lack of productivity, sitting there idling in our cars or in our trucks, not being able to get to market, not being as competitive as we should be in the world. We don't need to be losing $70 billion a year. We don't need to be spending more money on our cars and our trucks with maintenance because we haven't kept our roads up to right conditions. So we pay for it one way or we pay for another. And I would much prefer, and I think most people in America would much prefer, that we do it right up front. It's less expensive and it would get our country back to the efficiency that we grew up expecting. What happens to our productivity and our competitiveness internationally if we don't stay up? And maintain this infrastructure that has made such a huge difference in America's economic growth. And what happens to the jobs that are supposed to be created by the stimulus bill if we don't maintain that stimulus by the reauthorization of the highway bill that is up this fall? So we have a lot of educating to do of the public, and I think when the public understands what's at stake, that they will begin to help us with this message. And with that communication and dialogue, then I hope that we can find an administration that will have open ears to investing in America's future.